What's up, guys? Shady here, and today we're here with our Week 2 game of the APA Academy. We're sitting at 1-0, and this week we have who I consider the top player in the league, Silver Smasher and the Floridian Typhlosions. Now, before we start, if you do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to hit the like button and sub for APA and league content weekly. We have played Silver quite a few times in other leagues, however, we have never won against him. Teach us a really good battler, and so I'm hoping with this game we can take a win from him and finally go 2-0 to start the season. However, I'm not really a fan of the matchup. Our team is GarchompTheGod, Tangrowth, Rotom Heat, Mega Arrow, Ragombi, Escavalier, is of Quillfish, Hitmontop, and Lipard, whereas his team is Mega Glade, Weavile, Sylveon, Volcarona, Silvally, Seismitoad, Raikou, Registeel, Blastoise, Torterra, and Ariados. The team we decided to bring was an offensive Ragombi with the Pixie Plate, Moonblast, Energy Ball, HP Rocket, U-Turn. A Fizz-Duff Tangrowth with Giga Drain, EQ, Sludge Bomb, Sleep Powder with the leftovers, a Hitmontop, also physically defensive with the leftovers, Toxic, Close Combats, Rapid Spin, and Mach Punch. Bulky AV Escavalier with Iron Head, Mega Horn, Knockoff, Drill Run. A Spadef Rotom Heat with Overheat, Roll Switch, HP Rocket, and Pain Split. And a Mega Aerodactyl with Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, Iron Head, and EQ. He decided from his 11 to bring Raikou, Mega Glade, Weavile, Sylveon, Blastoise, and Torterra. Obviously my Mega Glade switching is very, very limited, just really Tangrowth. However, Mega Arrow and Ragombi can both very well pressure it. Torterra definitely caught me off guard, so but it's very obviously there to set up the rocks. So yeah, that's the team. We do not have a lot to break Sylveon outside of like Iron Head from both the Escavalier and the Mega Aerodactyl. So, and Toxic chipping it down. So we'll see how that all plays out in the game. For me, leading Rotom Heat, very obvious play, but also a phenomenal, or not phenomenal, but it's a good lead for me no matter what. You know, I pressure any of his leads with either of my stabs minus the Raikou and Sylveon, but the Raikou I'm literally to death for, I'm meant to stall it. Whereas Sylveon, I can't really touch it too well, but I'm easily able to Silver Switch out on him. So yeah, let's hop into this game here against Silver. So yeah, I'm gonna lead off with the Rotom Heat here, like I said, or he's gonna lead off with the Raikou. I Volt Switch knowing very well that I'm slower, so even if he Volt Switches, we eat it up completely, and we're just able to Volt Switch and get the initiative. If he goes Torterra, overheat it, not that big of a deal. He just had to click the Toxic though, which definitely caught me off guard a little bit, but not too big of a deal. I Volt Switch an Aerodactyl. I don't really have a lot for this Raikou, in terms of pressuring it. I want to keep my Ragombi at full, because I can take a hit from Mega Glade at full, or at least I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure that's why. So I just had to go into Mega Aerodactyl here, and it's kind of a problem because I considered the fact that he may be a shotgun, but eventually I said screw it. Stone Edge, he had a max roll kill, so I couldn't click that. I decided to stay in, and you know, he stayed in too, meaning that he's very obviously Shucka. I should have gone into Rotom Heat to scout, and if he stayed in, we knew he was Shucka. But I didn't. I click a Q here, he's gonna live it, and he's gonna click Thunderbolt on our Mega Aerodactyl. And although we were able to live it very narrowly, the damage they did here and leave us at very low, it's going to be very, very crucial to the late portion of the game. So I go into Rotom here because I expected the Torterra to come in, which is what he does. He does end up switching into the Torterra. I just overheat. There's no point in me over predicting or anything and Volt Switching. I'm going to take Toxic damage real quick. I'm just going to click overheat there on the Torterra as he actually stays in. This overheat's going to do a good amount of damage. Let's know what this kind of is. It's pretty bulky from my guesses. He can start the rocks, which very important to him because obviously I can't switch in my Mega Aerodactyl anymore, or I'm forced to defog, or I guess in my case, since I'm not carrying defog this game, spin with our with our Hitmontop later in the game. I'm gonna overheat again. I knew there was a chance he swapped out, but I felt like if anything he was just gonna let that thing go down to get a clean switch into something. But he's just gonna go and do his Sylveon on my second overheat. He's not gonna really take too much from it. About maybe 15-20%. Probably closer to 15. Toxic is really starting to window us down now, so I'm gonna quick Volt Switch his following turn. Since we also beat the Sylveon, and I'm just gonna go into my Escavalier, hoping for no HP fire. We can live 1 HP fire, but also that damage would very much hurt. So yeah, we're gonna Volt Switch into our Escavalier here, as he actually just hooks the Wish, so that's good for us. So yeah, I knew he wouldn't stay in here just because Iron Head was gonna hurt him. He didn't know if I was max attack yet or not, so I just clicked the knockoff here, see what he goes into. He's gonna go into his Blastoise, and not gonna do a lot, but I am gonna knock off that AV. So and based off that damage, we know he's Fizz Def. So he was a Fizz Def AV. He was a mixed wall Blastoise, which is very interesting. I'm gonna go into the Tangrowth. I feel like it was a pretty decent switch-in, although I would like to keep Tangrowth for specifically just the Mega Gallade. I really can't do that at this point. I don't really have a good switching in the Blastoise. So we are forced to go into Tangrowth here. We're gonna take the Scald, and I could Giga Drain here, or I may have quick Sleep Powder. I don't remember which one. I may have quick Sleep Powder because I knew that I could Giga Drain the following turn if I put it to sleep. But he cooks Ice Beam and he gets the freeze, which is very unfortunate because I would have gotten this Blastoise very low had I clicked Giga Drain, or this Blastoise would have been dead. And now my Mega Gallade switch-in is gone. I'm gonna let it go down the next turn because I'm not gonna rely on freeze turns as a win con later in the game. And now the only super effective move I have against this thing to pressure it is with the Rotom and Volt Switching, which I can't really ever bring in safely against this Blastoise in case he clicks the Scald. So that's very unfortunate that that happened. So yeah, I'm just gonna click the Rapid Spin here, and just like have a free chance to get these rocks out of the way, as he's just gonna stay in and Scald here. I guess he knew that I was just gonna stay in and spin, so he could just take advantage of that and see if he couldn't get a Scald burn. He doesn't get it though. I'm going to do a Escavalier, predicting the Sylveon to come in, which he does. You know, I'm just making these really good plays. I'm proud of myself at this point. I'm feeling really good about this game, despite that kind of freeze. You know, I still have a chance at this game. However, I think I probably should have Toxic there, because getting tripped on that Sylveon, because I'm gonna have to bring it in a lot to wish up this this Blastoise. Would have been really nice. Would have made him have to click stay in and wish himself up a lot more. So I definitely think Toxic may have been the play with him on top. But I'm an Iron Head. I want to Sylveon as he wanted to Blastoise. That was a mistake. Me scalding or getting catching Scald as a Mega Horn. I should have gone into Hitmontop, because Hitmontop can still do its job of walling the Weavile, even if I'm Scald or even if I'm burned, because CC is just an attacking move, close combat just there, so I have an attacking move. Whereas I now can't do my job of pressuring the Sylveon with the Iron Head because I'm now burned. So I should have gone to Hitmontop to take Scald, and then probably Toxic the following turn, and start chipping down that Blastoise over that Sylveon. So that was a big misplay for me. But you can go into Torterra on the Mega Horn after getting that burn and sacking it, so that's good for me, because now he's not going to have any rocks for the entire game. Meaning I still have my Mega Aerodactyl in the back to really do a lot of damage to his team. He's going to go into Sylveon and Wish, as I just clicked Iron Head. As you saw, I did no damage because I was burned. He's going to go into Blastoise here, and I'm going to go into Rotom Heat, predicting it. He's going to catch the Wish, and now he's back at full again. I'm going to Pain Split here this following turn, because I thought Miracle was a possibility. And I didn't want to Volt Switch and catch a Miracle and just lose another Mon. So, yeah, that's what I do. He's going to click Liquidation though. And that's gonna do a lot to me because I'm especially defensive. But yeah, I'm just gonna Volt Switch out now because I don't think he has Mirror Coat anymore, as he just goes into his Raikou. He's gonna eat up the Volt Switch, and yeah, I'm gonna go into my Rabombi here because I know I outspeed it and I can just kill it, or just get some nice chip off on anything else on the scene. The only thing taking this hit was the Sylveon, but he's just gonna stay in it and take the Moonblast and let his Raikou go down here. So yeah, he's gonna go into Blastoise here, and I'm just gonna U-turn out into my Hitmontop as he just clicks Liquidation on me, which is good that he clicked Liquidation over Scald, because that's gonna do less because we intimidate him and we're physically defensive. So yeah, I'm gonna go into my Hitmontop here, and he's just gonna click the Liquidation. I'm gonna click Toxic on the following turn, because in case he went into Sylveon, I could Toxic that should be nice, but he just decided to stay in and click Scald, so I get the Toxic off on this thing, which is very, very nice, because I do have problems chipping down this Mega Gallade. He's gonna click the Scald like I said, and he's not gonna get the burn, which is really, really nice. So I'm gonna get my lefties. I decided here to go into my Escavalier in order to chip down the Blastoise, because I'd rather have Escavalier slowly chip down the Blastoise and eventually just let it go down, rather than Hitmontop, because Escavalier can no longer do its job of pressuring that Sylveon, whereas Hitmontop can still do its job of on the Weavile. But he actually ended up doubling into Sylveon that turn. I assume to get the Wish or the potential Heal Bell off. He's gonna click Wish here, as I just clicked the Iron Head. Like I said, I'm really pretty much fine with letting my Escavalier go down at this point, not doing too much. Bring this thing down to about 45%. We know this thing is now physically defensive, although we did know that earlier in the game. But just for saying it in the battle sake, he's gonna click the Protect here, and let himself get healed up, which I thought may have been a thing, which is why I clicked Iron Head and didn't predict the Mega Horn in case he did go into Blastoise. But now he's gonna be at full, which is kind of annoying. Here I'm just gonna go into Rotom Heat because I thought he would try to Wish this turn, and so I could get in on the potential Blastoise and Volt Switch out, so he wouldn't catch the Wish. That's why I went into the Rotom, but he actually doubled into Mega Gallade, or not doubled, but just goes into Mega Gallade knowing that he could take any hit from my Escavalier, especially considering I'm burned, so that's annoying. And I really don't have to switch into this because I let my Tangrowth go down earlier in the game, so I just end up sacking my Rotom Heat at this point, which is one less way to break the Rotom, or break the Blastoise, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah, he's gonna come with the Drain Punch. I'm gonna go into Mega Aerodactyl here because I did not think he'd have the Shadow Sneak on this set. It didn't really, I guess it made sense for myself, but like I still didn't think he'd have it. That'd be maybe a setup one. So I'm just gonna click the Aerial Ace here. I'm not gonna try to predict because we need that thing going down. But he's just gonna go into a Sylveon here. The reason I didn't over predict is because Iron Head was a guaranteed kill. Aerial Ace was Iron Head killed. However, he is gonna click the Protect to get more leftovers, and now it's a roll. But at this point, because I'm already kind of behind, I'm willing to risk the roll, and also I could get a flinch with Iron Head. So I am going to click the Iron Head here, but he's gonna get scared out here, and he's just gonna go into his Blastoise. However, Iron Head plus Toxic plus Stonehenge was also a roll to kill, and once again, since I'm already behind, I am willing to risk all these rolls. So I'm just gonna click here, or stay in here and click the Stone Edge. He luckily doesn't have Aqua Jet. I didn't think about that in the actual game, but if he had Stone Edge, that would have definitely been a problem. Or if he had Aqua Jet, that would definitely would have been a problem. But luckily he doesn't. He doesn't. I'm gonna pop. So yeah, I Stone Edged, even though it was a rule. I got the rule, I guess. I think it was like a 50-50 rule. I'm not really 100% sure, but I got the rule. Killed the Blastoise. He went into Weavile. And this was a 50-50. If you click Pursuit, or if you click Ice Shard. Either way, I need my Mega Aerodactyl, because it swept versus team. Sylveon died, or at this point, I guess, technically, he probably could have protected, and it would have been out of range of an Iron Head, but I had Rabombi, and the Moonblast plus Ironhead killed even through like him protecting and getting his leftovers. So I would have won, and then what is it called? I do a wing attack, and I don't think he had Shadow Sneak. He would have clicked it earlier in the game. So yeah, this was 50-50, and it basically decided who won the game. And I definitely think I probably should have stayed in, and because he had the factor of clicking Pursuit, or he was more likely to click Pursuit because Ice Shard was a very, very obvious bring, but Pursuit isn't like always fun on Weavile, so maybe Pursuit was like the kind of sneakier play, so that's what he would have clicked. So maybe I should have stayed in and just killed with Ironhead, because I wasn't going to click Stone Edge because Ironhead killed and Ironhead doesn't miss. So I probably should have stayed in on the Pursuit. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm going to click, and I'm going to try to swap, and he's going to click Pursuit, and down goes my Aerodactyl, and that's the game. If I had not gotten T-bolted earlier in the game, obviously Pursuit definitely wouldn't have killed when I swapped there, even if he's Life Orb, and I would have won the game probably. So yeah, that was kind of unfortunate for me. So now we're going to lose the game at this point. I'm going to continue playing out the rest of the turns, keep commentating. I'm going to hit one top, and I clicked the Toxic in case he went because I knew that he was going to swap, but I missed. Not really that big of a deal. I'm just going to go into a Scavalier second at this point. I'm just going to try to lower the diff as much as I can. You can click the Cycle Cut here to try to pick up the kill. We're going to live because it's not very effective. We're going to take Burn. The following turn he's going to kill with the Drain Punch here. I'm going to go into my Rabombi, and I'm just going to claim a kill because Sylveon dies to 2 of them, I believe, at this point. So he doesn't want to go into that. In fact, if he went Sylveon, that was the only way I won the game, I think. Yeah, if he went Sylveon here, on the Moonblast, he completely lost the game. But, you know, Silver's smarter than that. He's going to stay in and just let his Mega Gallade go down. And now he's going to go into this thing, his Weavile. And I'm going to go into my Hitmontop. I'm, like, seeing maybe there's... I'm hoping maybe somehow, he'll, like, let me kill this thing. And so maybe I can at least lower it down to a 1-0. He's just going to click the knockoff here. He's going to knock off my leftovers as I go into my Hitmontop. I'm going to go for Mach Punch. I could have Toxic'd, because obviously, if I Toxic there and he stayed in, I still lived another hit from the Weavile. And I could have Mach Punched the following turn or threatened him with the Mach Punch, but realistically it didn't matter. I clicked Toxic this turn and I missed. Once again, not a big deal because I'm not living, and because I can't one-hit Sylveon with Rabombi at this point. So, or I can't two-hit it, so I have to, so he'd basically be guaranteed to get the Hyper Voice damage off. And that plus Weavile, because I need to be at full to live an Icicle Crash from Weavile. In fact, I don't even know if I could live an Icicle Crash from a Life Orb Weavile, even if I'm at full. I'm not really 100% sure. But yeah, my only chance at winning at this point is to get like Curt's and special attack drops and such, which I get none of, which, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna kill my Rabombi, or yeah, my Rabombi with Hyper Voice, and that's gonna be a 2-0 win for Silver. So GG to Silver. It was a very close game. Both of us made some pretty good plays. Obviously, unfortunately, or that freeze on my Tangrowth kind of sucked. It would have been nice to have that late game. We were both talking about after the game how scary that 50-50 was for the both of us, because obviously we both knew that the winner of that 50-50 won the entire game. Should have stayed in, but yeah, what happened, or what happened, I guess. Yeah, now we're 1-1 in the AP Academy. Next week we face Curt, Curt, coach of the Brisbane Buzzwole. So we see you guys next Sunday for that battle. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more league content. But anyways, I'm out. Peace.